Shama Prasad Mukherjee, as we saw, was born on 6th of July 1901 in Kolkata. His father was Ashutosh Prasad Mukherjee. His mother's name was Jogmaya Devi Mukherjee. He came from a family of Bengali Brahmins. His father was a judge of the High Court of Kolkata. At that time, Kolkata was known as Calcutta. This name has recently been changed. His father was also the vice chancellor of the Calcutta University. His early life, he was a meritorious student. In the whole of Bengal, he stood 17th in the Inter Arts examination in 1916. He graduated in English and completed his Master of Arts in Bengali with first class. At 21, he got married to Sudha Devi ji. And at that time, the education of law was very important. It was the most prominent education in 1900 century. He completed Bachelor of Law in 1924. In 1926, he left for England to study at Lincoln's Inn. In London, in England, he started working as an English barrister. In 1934, he became the youngest Vice Chancellor of Calcutta University. So Vice Chancellor is like the leader of the entire university. It's a very big position. And he was such a meritorious person that even at a young age of 33, he was made the Vice Chancellor of the university. That says a lot about his great skills and acumen. He also had great love for vernacular languages. It was during his tenure that Rabindranath Tagore visited his university, and the Bengali language was made as a subject in Kolkata University. That was a great thing at that time. Let us now go to his political career and service. In 1929, he entered the Bengal Legislative Council as an Indian national candidate. So before 1947, India was not independent. We were not able to make laws for ourselves. We were still a bound nation. And at that time, the self-governance had just started. So he entered the Bengal Legislative Council. This is a place where they make laws for a small portion. In 1941, he was made the finance minister of the whole of the Bengal. At that time, Bengal was very big. The Bangladesh was also part of Bengal. The current West Bengal was also Bengal. Assam, northeastern state, and also some portion of Bihar was also included in Bengal. Bengal was a great and big province of India at that time. It was a great honor to be a minister. However, such a sacrificing spirit he had for the Quit India movement. He wanted Indians to rule India and not Britishers. So he quit his position and he resigned. It was a great sacrifice. In 1942, Bengal faced with severe floods. Even though he was not a minister, he organized relief work along with the Ramakrishna Mission and Mahabodhi Society. That says about his humanitarian spirit, about how he cared for people. That is a mark of a Mahatman, a great person. Later on, he also became the president of the Hindu Mahasabha and Akhil Bharatiya Hindu Mahasabha. Now, India got independence in 1947. Afterwards, we were given a task to create our own constitution. We were independent. We had to make laws for ourselves, the Indian constitution. Shama Prasad Mukherjee was the member of the committee that wrote the Constitution of India. In the Constituent Assembly, he stressed on the importance of respecting regional languages and mother tongues. Shama Prasad Mukherjee wanted that mother tongue and the vernacular language like Telugu, Tamil, we should all learn that. The education should be given in the mother tongue. That was his opinion. And it was well received. And the great service that he did to India at that moment, India was about to be partitioned. East Bangladesh had to become Pakistan and West Bengal had to remain with India. But at that time, people were planning that the whole of Bengal, the East Bengal, northeastern state, will become a separate country. But he said, no, the Hindu majority regions should merge with India. And that is why, due to his efforts, we got Bengal and Assam as part of our country. Later on, in the first cabinet of India, such an important leader, he was made the Minister of Industry and Supply in the first cabinet of independent India in 1947. You might have heard about Khadi Vikas, Khadi, handlooms. They were his work. He planned the All India Handloom Board and the Handicraft Board and the Khadi Vikas. You might have heard about Chittaranjan locomotive. It is a very famous entity in India that makes railways, that makes railway tracks and also railway coaches. That Chittaranjan locomotive was also started by this great leader. He had vision for India, that India should be an industrial superpower. Also, this visionary leader planned for Bhilai steel plant. You know, steel is so much important for the construction industry. And Bhilai steel plant is one of the major steel plants of India. This was also planned by him. Also, since India was an agriculture superpower, had to become an agriculture superpower, we started our own fertilizer factory, that was Sindri Fertilizer. This was also started by Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. Going forward, however, very soon, just after a tenure of 1 or 2 years, while being a member of the cabinet, he resigned. He protested that the Hindu rights were being neglected in the Pakistan and some other areas, and to protest for it, he resigned from the cabinet. He wanted the prime minister to take some action, but he was not listened to. Therefore, he said, I will do it differently. He founded the Jan Sangha on 21st October 1951. And it was this Jan Sangha which became Bharatiya Janata Party in 1980s. You might have heard about Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India. Narendra Modi comes from Bharatiya Janata Party and and it was Jan Sangh which later became Bharatiya Janata Party. Today, Bharatiya Janata Party is the largest political party in the whole of the world. So a small vision by this great leader today has borne fruit. Today, the Prime Minister of India is from his party. This is a great achievement. Now let us talk about Kashmir. You might have heard about the phrases that Kashmir is the crown of India. The reference to Kashmir is incomplete without taking the name of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee was strongly against Article 370 and saw it as a threat to national unity. So before, Kashmir was not considered by some as part of India. In order to visit Kashmir, you need to take special permission. You had to take a special permit. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee did not like that. He said, Kashmir should be a part of India. It should be like any other state. There should not be any special separate provision. That was Article 370. He protested against the permit system and visited Kashmir. He was arrested. And unfortunately, he sacrificed his life for Kashmir and expired as a detainee on 23rd June 1953. This great leader sacrificed his life and died in custody of the Jammu Kashmir government at that time. Now we will read his words. एक देश में दो विधान, दो प्रधान और दो निशान नहीं चलेंगे. So when Shama Prasad Mukherjee was struggling, at that moment in Kashmir, we had a prime minister. So India also had a prime minister. Kashmir also had a prime minister. India had a constitution. Kashmir had a constitution. India had a flag. Kashmir had a flag. Shama Prasad said, this is not allowed. This should not happen. In one country, we should only have one constitution, only one prime minister, and only one flag. Later on, Shama Prasad Mukherjee could not see this during his life. However, the grand vision of this visionary leader was finally realized in October 2019, when the Indian Parliament revoked the Article 370. So a great achievement by this great leader. That what he planned in 1950s, that was ultimately done by his protege, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, on October 2019, a very great, memorable day for our country. So today I will read a quote by Patanjali. When you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your conscious expands in every direction. And you find yourself in a great, new, and wonderful world. Patanjali says, no dream is small. If you are inspired by selfless motives, you can achieve anything in this world. And we see that this great leader, Shama Prasad Mukherjee, was finally able to achieve Kashmir being part of India. What is unique with Shamaji? Now let's discuss about his life. He was not a politician, but a nationalist. He was an educationalist. He was a culturalist. He was the vice chancellor of the university, and he stood for education and culture. He promoted vernacular language and mother tongue. He aimed and worked towards national unity, self-rule by Indians, safeguarding rights of Hindus in India, and also relief for the affected. During the floods, his services were wonderful. Today, India is also suffering from COVID. We should also be like Shama Prasad Mukherjee and try to alleviate the suffering of people. What we can do? We can have dream for nation. Rest assured that they will be realized by hard work. No dream is small. You will be able to realize if you work hard and your vision is selfless. Strive for national unity, like Shama Prasad Mukherjee did by making Kashmir a part of India. Look around on injustice in the society and seek to correct it. Have a humanitarian spirit. Work for people. That is what this great leader and his life teaches us. I thank you very much for inviting me to this this wonderful program. And the life of this great leader has an inspiration for the kids, and I'm really very happy to be part of it. If there are any questions about this great leader, I would be very happy to answer them.